Hello everyone, my name is Felipe and we are back with another video about an F1 race I've done in CDR, as you saw by the title, and it's actually gonna be really interesting, and I can say you that I've made a mistake in this race and we will learn together about it. So let's see what happens. And then we are here at Russia Sochi Autodrome. It's a really bad track, no one likes it, and yeah, it's such a bad racing track. We can't really keep really close to go side by side like every every corner. But still, it's a good race. You can see my qualifying lap now. Turn 1 was quite okay. I gained like 600 there on my 30.4, which is provisional pole, but that's gonna be beaten for sure, as the goal is to do at 29, at least at 29. You can see my teammate went for pole with a .3, but that's gonna be beaten. Yeah, I'm gonna beat there that pretty soon. You can see here pretty good lap, improving 2 times, but here I clipped the left curb there and I lost a lot of time. And also in this corner I had the understeer on the entry, so I couldn't go in the throttle really early, and I lost at least like 1.5 tenths in that section, but it sucks, but it happens. You can see I'm improving 600s on my teammates' time, and I know there's a lot of time in the last sector, so I'm hoping for at least a 30.0 on this lap, which is my second lap, which would be really cool. I know I'd like to do a 29, but I didn't manage to do that. And now you can see the last 2 corners turning really early, as you really need the turning, otherwise you're gonna understeer a lot. And yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen. And now I'm on provisional pole, which is a 30.0, but that's just got beaten by Davi, and yeah, BRL Davi. He's been really fast this season, and yeah, he's leading the championship. I'm, I think, 5 or 7 points behind him, and we really wanna take that lead again. So let's go for my fastest lap now, breaking around the 100-meter boards, going for 3rd gear, and then short shifting to 4th to get the best traction out of there. And you can see I'm 800s down, so it wasn't a really good first corner. I didn't clip the right curb, and here just braking just after the curb starts on the left, and now braking around 70 meters there, I would say, and I got a little bit distracted by my teammate there, but it's fine. And now 7th to 5th gear, and you can see I didn't turn in that confident, so I lost a lot of time. And here at this corner as well, you can see I'm losing time compared to my other lap, which was quite bad, as you saw. So I really need to make up the time at that section, and I didn't manage to do that, so I need to fully push in the last sector. So you will see on the left side of the screen I am 1.7 times down on Davi's time, and now it's time to fully push in this last sector. So 100% confident now, and I broke from 5th to 3rd gear, and now short shift from 3rd to 5th. I'm breaking around the black box on the left hand side, and now turning in a little bit too late, and you can see I almost spun there, but that was quite provisional. And it is pole, you can see 29.961. It's pole at the moment. And yeah, Davi second, 100 down, and yeah, that's pretty close between both of us, and the rest of the grid is on a 30.0 and .1. So it was quite a good last sector, I have to say. There was a little bit more time in the last 2 corners, but it's fine. And now let's go for the race. It's 4 and 5 red lights, and away we go. We actually got a really good start. You can see I got a better start than Davi, which is unusual for me. He always got a good start. But Giza, actually, the Alpine behind me, got a really good start. So you can see he went from 4th to leading by like 1,000 there, but he was leading. And now we are into the lead again, as we had the better line for that turn. And I was feeling quite confident, to be honest, in the race. I only did like 5 or 6 laps in the race, and the softs felt quite comfortable. But I wasn't really comfortable in the race actually, because I like to avoid warnings, and in practice I was getting a lot of warnings, so that's not optimal, you know. Um, but yeah, you can see the gap now. It's 6 tenths, almost 7 tenths. Now it's over 7 tenths, and I'm using a lot of battery just to make sure I extend this gap, you know. But actually, the car behind lets David pass, and I know David's pace. He's probably the fastest on the grid right now. So you can see I made a mistake there, and the gap went from 8 to 6 tenths now. So I couldn't manage to break the DRS, which would be optimal, you know. I like to do that, but as I am usually practicing for a racing right now, as I have a really important championship there, it's Porsche Sports Brazil. I wasn't really confident on that day, you know, on F1. And now we are into lap 5, and you can see Davi is really close to me, but he doesn't want to overtake me. He knows I will re-overtake him on the back straight. So yeah, he just closed the DRS, and kind of similar to what I did with him in Bahrain, which I had the pace, the better pace, and then yeah, I was just chilling behind him, you know, and then overtook him in the last lap. But yeah, we don't have the pace at the moment, you know. You can see making mistakes in the corners, and at this corner understeer, and the last corner I turned in a bit too early. So I was kind of hoping that David overtakes me here, because we were going so slow that we really need to stretch the field a bit. So yeah, he overtook me, and now we are in P2, which is okay. You know, I can keep with him easily in the DRS, as I have 70% battery. And yeah, there's no problem anymore in this race. I will move a little bit forward to the end of this lap, and yeah, you can see I got a warning there. Quite unlucky. And I'll move to the end of lap 6, and you will see in the bottom of the screen Kevin has retired, and actually it's a safety car, which is perfect for us, you know. We are now in a safety car, and we really need to box, because there is no need to extend one lap more. And my teammate also comes into the pits. He's gonna be held a little bit, I think. He's around 5 seconds behind me, but still, he's gonna get held. And let's hope we don't get held, actually, because everyone's pitting now. And you can see I got held by, I don't know, over 2 seconds easily. But I overtook the V, and you can see Giza, who was behind me in third, is now in first. So he didn't get held because he's in Alpine. And me and the V are in Mercedes and the Red Bull, which are the most supposed cars to be held, you know. But it happens, you know, and we are fine. The first 5 cars didn't pit yet, so we are into a net P2 position right now, which is not bad. I was considering maybe, like, I was thinking, okay, if I am maybe third, I can overtake second without problem. So it's pretty okay to overtake in this track. I mean, it's bad racing, because usually in the last sector you are like 7 tenths behind the car in front, and then you can't overtake him on the main straight. But as we are in a really big DRS string, you can see the Ferrari there spun, and I almost crashed into him. But yeah, as we are in a really big DRS train right now with slower cars in front, especially because they didn't pit, we can really easily keep P2. You know, it's just about keeping David behind me, because he's my rival in the championship. So you can see here, the car ahead has really used tires around 10 to 11 laps. And now I really need to overtake him. You can see David is right behind me, and he decides to not use the ERS anymore, and then I can overtake the Ferrari. As we don't have the DRS, it's not very easy to do so. But now, into turn 2, actually, I overtook him. So, we are fine, and now David is going for it. And you can see, in the end of lap 10, there's a safety car, another safety car. I think someone crashed around the second sector. And now we are into our position, actually P2 right now, because everyone else pits for the softs, which is quite early, you know. The safety car is just restarting now at turn, yeah, the lap 13. So it's quite unfortunate because when I was when we had the first safety car, I thought, okay, those medium runners are gone, you know, there's no chance for them. But now they actually have a chance. Like 15 laps is quite a lot on the softs, but they still have a really good chance. But and now you can see we are really using our battery to defend from the V who's right behind me. But we had Lucas Yan who actually pitted for the softs on the second safety car. And 15 laps is quite a lot, as I said, but he's gonna manage to do that pretty well if he saves his tires, you know. And yeah, if he doesn't push 100% every lap, he can do it. And as he's not in a DRS train, it's fine for him to not push 100%. It's just about braking a bit earlier than the car in front and make sure you don't wheel spin. And he's already in 4th, you can see in 6, there's 6 laps to the end. So he's gonna make a big problem for us. It's gonna be a big problem. And you can see David now going for it. I short shifted to 8th just to let him go, you know. I felt like I was lower at the time, so I just let him go, staying in the DRS and hoping for overtake him in the last corner. But you can see I lost the car because I touched the left curb there. And yeah, that was so unlucky because like it was such a small mistake, and I lost 5 positions because we are all together in the DRS train. I actually didn't lose 5 positions, I lost 4, both Alpines and both Haas cars. And it's so bad because we were in a really good way to make our second win in the league, and I didn't manage to do that. But yeah, Davi is now in the lead, and he hasn't won any race yet, so he's probably gonna win this one, let's be honest, as his pace is pretty good. And you can see I have the ERS advantage on the car head, so I'm just using it all and going down the inside on him. I didn't brake pretty late, otherwise I wouldn't make the corner, and him as well. But he has the line, and I couldn't overtake him there. So it was just a waste of ERS, and you can see Davi makes a mistake, and all of us got held, and I think the first Haas car got damaged. And I was thinking about going down the inside of this last corner, and I should have done that. As you can see, I got tapped by the car behind, and I lost the slipstream from the car ahead. So I'm pushing the car on the left, the Williams, as much as I can to the left, so I can get this slipstream. But I can see he decides not to use ERS, and I can keep safe from him. But actually, I lost a little bit the car there at turn 2. I was struggling a lot with that corner, and he has the line, but I'm pushing him to the limit to the left of the track, you know, and he left me good space there, so it was a good battle, you know, good little battle. But still, we are using all of our ERS to defend, and we now can't attack the cars ahead anymore. If we didn't have that fight with him, like if I went down the inside of the Alpine ahead on the last corner, I would have probably a lot more ERS, you know. So I could try and overtake him here at this point because he doesn't have the ERS as well. You can see his lights flashing. But still, I'm using it all. You know, I'm trying to go down the inside of him every time. You can see brake really late, and I almost spun. So that was quite a late move. To be honest, I was really mad at the time because I made that mistake. But I need to compose myself. And now I have Flavio ahead, who has wing damage, so that's why he lost all his race pace. And I'm forcing him to make mistakes, you know. So you can see I forced him to go down the inside, even though he was like half a second behind. I forced him to brake really late, and then I have the line for this corner, so now he's gone. And we have 3 wide in that corner. We have the Aston Martin, the Haas, and the Williams, so we are quite safe from them. 9 attempts now in the last lap. and that was pretty sad because I could be there fighting for the win, fighting for that podium, and I lost a lot of points in this race. I know we score differently, so in this, it's not really an F1 point system, but we score around 30 if we win, 26 if you're a second, I think 24 if you're a third, and then it goes down by 2 points until the 15th guy, I think. But yeah, we scored a lot less points than Davi, you know, and he's our championship rival, and that's not optimal for us. But yeah, we've learned a lot because I made that mistake simply because I wasn't used to, let's say, going the throttle while I am behind another car. I was leading the whole race almost, and then yeah, I got distracted a little bit there by that curb, and it happens, you know, it won't happen anymore. We went from pole to P5 in the end, which is not good. But yeah, I hope everyone liked the video. I hope you've got some good tips in this video as well. So make sure to comment below what you think about it. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also share it if you could. So thank you everyone, see you in the next video, bye bye.